For this 100 days, I'm swapping out my human legs for a mermaid tail. Becoming a mermaid will help me breathe underwater and explore Minecraft's vast oceans, finding structures both familiar and new. We'll also be able to meet all kinds of mermaids and build our own mermaid village for me and my new mer friends to live in. So let's dive right in. On day 1 of my new adventure, I found myself on this jungle shore. I am intending on spending almost the entire 100 days in the ocean, but that doesn't change the fact that we need wood for tools, so we might as well gather that while we're here. Now, is there anything else we really need while we're on land? We're gonna need some food fast, but we can use fish for that, and I guess we'll need sheep for a bed. Although sleeping isn't probably quite as necessary when we're in the ocean, we still get drowns spawning more at night, and that can be really dangerous, especially with the tridents. Well, look at us go, we've made it into the ocean already, and we've got our beautiful mermaid tail. This thing is so cool, it changes into legs when we're on land, and then back into a tail in the water. And the other cool thing about it is we get night vision and water breathing. Okay, I see some iron already, so let's get some of that. Wait, we might need a stone pickaxe first. We've also got this buddy coming for us. You leave me alone. Oh, we're gonna need a way better weapon than that. That took forever. Okay, stone pickaxe, maybe a stone sword, and let's go for our first iron. I think it's just one. That is okay, we will find more. And there's a ruined portal down here. Let's see if that has a good chest. Oh, there's also ruins right there. We also have some really cool modded structures that take ruins and make them into like villages, I guess, just to make the seas a little bit more interesting. Oh, that guy has a trident. Well, I guess we're not going back in that direction anymore. Our first chest plate. Wait, this trident's being thrown at me. Oh no, oh no. We're gonna die. Swim away, swim away, swim away. Oh, a nice cave. I just loaded up invisible armor, but putting on that chest plate probably saved me. And the problem with being down here is that we actually need food, especially now that our hearts aren't full anymore. This mermaid thing is actually kind of hard. And, oh, food. I see food. Dolphin, stop making me go fast. As much as I want to stay in the ocean, I think we do need to head up to land for a minute. There's more food up here, and we really will need sheep for a bit. Oh, see? Food. And let's cook our fish. And there's a pillager outpost, but there's also sheep. Come here. And we have a bed. Day 1 was kind of a success. For day 2, I'm going to start off by raiding this pillager outpost while we talk about our goals. Our short-term goals are to get food, to get a good amount of diamonds for diamond tools, and to meet some mermaids. So we're going to start working on those 3 things, and our long-term goal, of course, is to make a mermaid village. But we'll get to that later. Okay, well, that didn't give us anything special. Let's get out of there. Look at them all. They followed me into the water. How rude. Okay, let's start on our goals. I'm gonna go around finding animals for food. I hate to do this, but are you edible? Oh, it looks like you are, and that didn't help my hunger at all. Not even half a heart. Okay, let's grab our furnaces and cook some of this food and get some ores while that's cooking. Oh, hello. What have you got in your hand there? Can it be mine? It is a clam. I don't know what to do with a clam. Anywho, back to gathering iron. Wait, is it night? Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice. We're gonna have to stay more on top of that. Time to do some underwater sleeping. Also, I don't know what all those advancements are. They just randomly appeared. The next day, I continued gathering fish. And then I came across these cute little guys. I don't even know what you are. You are adorable, but I also kind of want to know if I can eat you just because I'm really desperate. And I think it dropped absolutely nothing. Okay, well, I'm sorry for trying. You're adorable and I will leave you alone. Also, I can hear so many mobs below us. There's clearly a not underwater cave. But I managed to get a little bit of iron so we can make some pants. Now we're nearly fully suited up. And now we've got iron booties and an iron pickaxe. I guess next we're ready for diamond mining. Okay, well we have a mod here which makes the oceans deeper so they can be a little bit more expansive. Hey, a loot chest. I want it. But because of these deep oceans, it should mean there's also some really deep caves. Like, oh look, we're already at deep slate level. This actually looks like it could be one of those giant iron veins, but we're more looking for diamonds now. Still, might as well get a little bit. Oh, was that non-water? We've got to be careful with that. Don't want to fall into a cave of creepers. What about down here? There's some lapis and some... No, not much else. It's okay. We'll keep looking. I spent the next day continuing to look for diamond caves and found our first ones by the end of the day. Oh, look, there's 2 separate ones there. And there's more in here, our first diamonds. We're getting so many in this spot. That's 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 2 more. 4, 5, and another. 7, and that's it. Okay, aside from all the drowned out, this is actually a lot more fun and easy than traditional caving or mining. Oh, I see another one over there. I thought it was a glow squib from a distance, but it is diamonds. And some more over here. Everywhere I look, there's more diamonds in there and down there. We're gonna be rich. Oh no, there's a trident. Why did I not make a shield? We could die. We need to get out. Leaving immediately. After making a shield and sleeping, I cautiously returned because I want the rest of the diamonds. Is he gone or am I just in a different area? I don't know, but I'll take it. And after continuing this a little longer, coming out of the cave, we have 50 diamonds. I think that's enough for diamond everything. Oh my gosh, I think we met our first mermaid. Why are you hostile? I'm a fellow mermaid. Maybe it was a mistake? I don't want to kill them. If they attack me again, I'll just run away. Oh, she's scary. Yeah, she's definitely coming for me. And I'm leaving. Oh, here's some different mermaids in this little ruins area. Maybe they'll be nicer. Hello, sir. He looks like an anglerfish. This guy is cool. I don't know if there's any way to interact with him. I think these types of mermaids can take trades. Also, there is a chest in here, but it's kind of hidden. And I know some of them can be aggressive if you take their stuff, so I'm kind of scared. Nope, okay, this guy is fine. We will take your iron. This one looks cool too. Hello. We're meeting our first mermaids. They're all men though. Mermen, or I think in the pack they're actually called mermorphs. What about this one up here? This one looks like an axolotl. Hello? Oh. He does trade. I gave him all of my salmon. What did he give me? Depth casket. I don't know what this is or what it does. Can we... Oh, hello. Oh, it gives us things. It gave us glowberries and a glowing sack. What about the last 2? I think they're both clay balls. And it's just become night, so we're gonna sleep. So by day 6, we completed our goals of getting some food, finding diamonds, and meeting our first mermaids. And now our inventory is really full, so I want to find a spot to live next. I do have a specific area in mind that I'm thinking of living in. We are in a warm ocean, and I'm thinking of going with a coral reef. Obviously, so far we've come across aggressive mermaids, so we don't want to build a village for them. And we've come across, oh my gosh, a giant temple. We'll have to keep that in mind for future. But we've also come across the mermen or mermorphs, and they already have villages. But in the coral reef, there should be mermaids that don't have anywhere to live. And they're not aggressive, so that is kind of why I'm looking for a coral reef. I do see a ruined portal in the distance, so we're gonna make a little trip over there. I don't even think I need any of this junk, to be honest. Oh, look at that! We've found a coral reef! There's a little one over here and more over here. I haven't seen this mermaid before. Do you take fish as well? Yes, you do. We got 7 of these coral caskets. They were different from the other one we got. Let's pick a spot to live before we open them though. Oh my gosh, I think I found some of the little coral reef mermaids. Hello? You're not aggressive, are you? No, you don't seem aggressive. You're so cute. They're all modeled after different types of tropical fish. Oh, and I think, look, they're following my fish. I think we can tame them too. I wonder if we use the cooked fish. Yes, she's our friend. I think she only follows us if we have the fish though. Yeah. Right, well, that's it. We're building a little village for me and the cute little coral mermaids. And I'm gonna set up for that right over here. So I set up all my stuff, sleep through to day 7, opened the caskets we got. Oh, they're all coral. Wait, that's so cool, especially because we don't have silk touch. And made a bunch of diamond gear. Next, I wanted to clear a lot of the kelp out of the area so we can see what kind of land we're working with. Okay, this is the vibe so far. I think we'll have to get a little bit of sand to do some more terraforming. But I think our first project will be a kind of big main building over here. And then we'll be able to use it to keep our storage stuff in. And then build some smaller houses around for the mermaids. So we're going to need to go resource gathering. I want to start though with just checking out everything in the area, because we do have a shipwreck over here and there's a couple of other little structures too. Then we might have to brave the land for a bit because I do want some spruce wood. Oh, carrots and a smithing template and some moss. Does this shipwreck have a second or third chest? It may just be the one. We'll sleep into day 8 and then check out the structure in front of us. This kind of thing could be good for gathering prismarine actually, but what's even better is probably the giant sea temple we saw. Oh, you will pay for it? Wait, what is this advancement? I don't like it. Has that guy got angry eyes now? Mermorph rage, 4.5 minutes. Noted, they don't like us stealing their lights. Totally fair, understandable. Well, in that case, I'm gonna forget about looting stuff from them, dump some stuff, and go see if we can find some prismarine elsewhere and also some wood types. So let's have a little look around. So I spent the rest of day 8 and 9 searching around the shorelines for different wood types, as well as collecting a little bit of clay and sand. I found this really nice modded biome with a light blue wood. I thought that'd go perfect with prismarine. It also has these blue flowering leaves which we'll collect for some decoration. I slept through to day 10 and continued collecting the logs. Part of why that took so long is I think the mod pack has a bug, so if we put these tropical logs in here, it just gives us jungle planks. So that's obviously not what we want. But that just means that we can't use them as planks, we have to use them all as stripped logs, which is fine, but it takes a bit longer to collect. Anyway, we're gonna head back now, dump all our stuff, and try find some spruce. On the way to find spruce, I loaded a couple of chests, and I was also wondering what this block was. Turns out it's just copper. I don't know why it looks so dark. It may come in handy, but I think I'd prefer dark prismarine. And finally, as it becomes a late afternoon on day 11, I found spruce. And on our way home, we've come across this sea temple again. It's on these giant legs, but it is just a vanilla temple. I think the legginess of the whole thing is because the ocean's a bit deeper in this mod pack, but it might work in our favour because if the fish things aren't all the way down here, we could be able to gather some prismarine. Yeah, they're all the way over there right now. Oh, I did hear one little laser sound. We're gonna have to be careful, but it looks like this might be a good way of getting prismarine. I would love for this to be a core block of our mermaid village, so I'm gonna just sit here and collect this. But you never know, maybe we'll come back and actually defeat this temple later, we'll see. Wait, oh my gosh, this one just rendered in 2. There's one there and this one right here. So much prismarine, we love it. By the time the sun was setting, I'd filled my inventory with temple egg, so I slept into day 14 and headed back home. When we arrived back, we got a random nautilus shell. And I want to make a stone cutter to deal with all this prismarine so that we'll be able to have stairs and slabs like so. Could this be my moment to get a trident? Did he drop it? No. That's okay. We'll definitely keep trying because I'd really like to be able to get a trident in this video. Oh, look at them all. It's taunting me. Oh, and now we have a thunderstorm. Okay, well, that's day 14 cut short. I would really like a trident as kind of a side goal, but for now, actually, I think it'll be easier to add sand than remove it. Right now, I want to start planning out our first build, and I want completely flat terrain. So we're just gonna fill in a bit more of this area with sand. I think we'll make our big central build into like a big circle. So how about we start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just try go around making a circle. That giant dropped an aquamarine. Well, it comes from a crystal and it can make a block. That is all I know. Let's just treat it like treasure and put it in our ores chest. Here's our circle though. It's pretty good. I think we can work with it. So we'd probably have a little stairs area here and have the front door right here and kind of make it like a probably 2 or 3 story tower. Maybe there's a back entrance as well. I think alongside prismarine, stone brick would be good to help us fill all of this in. I don't know if the mermorphs will let us steal from their villages. We can try though, we can find out. Otherwise, it'll just be a lot more time consuming because we'll have to get enough coal to smelt cobble into this. Okay, he either didn't care or didn't notice. A lot of this is mossy though, and I feel kind of bad destroying their village. Oh, there's one stone brick. Yay, it's super helpful. And by day 17, this is what we have so far. Let's start building it up a little bit more. But I have a feeling we'll have to go get some more blocks as well. I really want some prismarine walls, which we can't actually make with this stuff, I don't think. We need the other kind of prismarine. Why do I hear a drowned? Oh, hello. This is my life now. Also, I hope you guys don't mind because this mod that gives us these Mystics biomes is a little bit buggy, and I realized I really needed these tropical logs in plank form, but it's giving us the wrong planks, which is definitely a bug. So I did use commands just to give us a couple of planks so that we can just have little details like this. I wanted to make this into an archway. And then we want a lantern to go here and on this side. So we're gonna need some more supplies for lanterns, but we'll do what we can on this in the meantime. Day 19 update, we have built in most of the walls, but we've run out of some of our blocks. We've got plenty of prismarine, but we need a few more of these, and we need something for the roof. I'm thinking maybe white terracotta. I know we're near a mesa, so that should be doable, but we need to go on a little mission. Luckily, we got lots of saplings for the tropical trees, so we're gonna go plant them over here, and then while we wait for these to grow, we can collect some terracotta. We're also next to a sparse jungle. I think I would like some bamboo trapdoors to use as windows. I feel like a pop of yellow would be nice. I'm trying to make sure we have enough colors to contrast with all the blue in our build, because between our build and the ocean, there is a lot of blue. So far, spruce is kind of the one color offsetting it. By day 20, I was done collecting all the terracotta and wood, and on day 21, I was looking for somewhere to collect some prismarine walls, when I came across the city of Drowned and Guardians, which had heaps of prismarine. So I collected a bunch of that, fought off a couple of guardians, and also came across these loot chests full of coral. Then after I returned to my half-finished build, over the next few days I continued building away. I added in the prismarine walls that we got and then started working on the floor as well as the roof. And now it's looking much more structured, but very plain, not very cute. But we're up to the fun part where we can add all the decorations and make it a bit cuter and brighter. So I was thinking especially coral might be a nice feature of this, but I've also gathered plenty of sea pickles. We've got these blue leaves that we picked up that can also go underwater. Then especially on the roof, we can use bone meal so that seagrass grows. And of course we can kind of accent it with coral. And we've got our classic chains and lanterns. And some pots. I don't know if these will go underwater. Oh, they won't. Okay. Flowers and pots are definitely a go-to for me, so that's going to be a bit rough. It's okay though, we'll just supplement with extra coral and extra sea pickles. And here is the decorated result, a much more cute, much more colourful. For the interior, I'm thinking we split it into at least 2 different floors, so we'll have a floor up here. And then for the top floor, we could make it our storage, or we could make the bottom floor storage. But I'm also considering using sponges to get rid of all the water on the top floor. And that way we could have it as crops or something, because we don't have a consistent food source. It's honestly kind of annoying having to just kill fish all the time. But I don't know, either way, I think we'll use this building mostly as our little base. And because gravity isn't keeping us on the floor here, we don't really need staircases or a ladder. We can just kind of, get right up there. Hello. Okay, it's a little bit awkward, but we can do it. I don't know why it's looking weird though. Like, what can we do about that? Why does it look that way? I get that it's made a little air pocket where the trapdoor is, but I don't understand all the blocks around it. Well, anyway, let's just start by making this into a little storage area. And we'll probably have to go get more wood for that. We could probably grow small trees up in the roof as well, because it is a bit annoying going back to land all the time. Let's have another look. How much space do we have? Oh, for sure. That is definitely enough room for a tree. A tree surrounded by crops. We have 4 wet sponges that can hopefully help us dry out the top floor, but they are wet. I usually dry these out in the nether, so I actually had to Google other methods, but I think we can just do it in the furnace. Because I don't really want to go to the nether right now. I'm a mermaid. It doesn't really suit me. It is too hot and there's no water. Oh, this is working though. But it looks like it's night, so let's sleep through to day 29. And we'll see what we can do about this water situation. Honestly, I don't really know the best way to go about this, other than that people usually remove water with sponges in sections. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. But we can start by trying to kind of section off the roof a bit. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it will. Oh, okay, it did. And this is our only water source block? Yeah. Okay, but how do we do it with the rest? And we did it. This room is very leaky, but it is a room full of air. Even if there's some structural roof problems with the leakage, it's fine. And we can come down here back into the water anytime. But what I want to do next is plant some crops up there. I don't think we actually have any dirt to our name. So that is a first for me in Minecraft. And we also have another first, which is that diamonds are so common underwater that as our diamond tools run out, I'm just going to make more. So diamond pickaxe, diamond axe, and we'll make a diamond shovel. Okay, let's use this new shovel though and go get some dirt for our crops. I think we'll lay it out so a tree would go here and then crops around it. Okay, why is it that these edge ones are turning wet and the middle ones are not? They just keep becoming dirt again, but I also can't even tell, like, where is the water source for these ones? I don't understand. I guess we're actually just going to have to make a bucket of water and put one here, which just seems so silly having to do this when we're in the ocean. But I guess we need water. Then we can just decorate a little bit. I see another trident man. I definitely want a trident. Let's see if we can get it. It's hard with all the reeds in the way. I'm trying to like dodge them. Ow. Okay, you need to get out of the seagrass. No, he didn't drop it. I think that's the third one I've tried. It'd really help if we had looting on our sword. Maybe we'll have to get an enchanting setup. But anyway, back on task, we've got our little room with our crops and tree. And I also noticed we had this adorable little octopus out here just before. Where did it go? It was just a cute little guy, but I wanted to see if I could get him in a bucket. Hello? Oh, you're a little mermaid. Hi. No, I think we've lost the little octopus. I don't know if we've been in here though. There's a chest down there. There's honestly so many of these little structures. Wait, is this a what is this? I've played thousands of hours of Minecraft and I still don't know what this is. Well, hopefully we get another little octopus spawning. In the meantime, I'm going to just move everything into these chests. Oh my gosh, I found it. I found the little octopus guy. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, I can put you in a bucket as well. I think these guys also go in buckets, which is very cute, but look at you. We don't have anywhere to put you for now, but hopefully you stick around our house. I've also managed to finish a little storage area here, so everything is labelled and organised. And then we've got our little furnaces, crafting tables, stone cutter. And the cool thing about living in the ocean is glowing is very accessible. But now all of our stuff from outside is gone. We are all successfully moved into this building. And let's see how our crops are growing. It looks like we have a tree. We have a tree and some of our carrots grew. We're going to chop this down, but I think next I'd like to do a little bit more exploration and then think about the rest of our village. Maybe starting with paths, so we're going to need some more stone for that, or stone brick. I'd like to have a path coming out of this main entrance and then kind of having offshoots to different buildings. So I think it's pretty much night. Yes, so we're going to sleep and then go for a little explore and also gather some stone brick. And there's 2 guys with tridents over here. We'll start with one at a time, hopefully. and no luck with that, but above us there is some kind of ship, and then a normal shipwreck over there. So let's cautiously check this one out. I think it's got some kind of spawner on it. No idea what that means. I heard a cat. What the heck? Is it a witch? Is it a witch spawner? Do we need to be careful? I'm scared. There's definitely a spawner of some sort. Is it just empty? I think it's empty. Oh, and here's a witch. The cat got hurt! No! What do I do? I think she's okay. There is another witch, so I can hear it. Is she upstairs? This is so cool, a witch's ship. I wish I could adopt the cat, but we live underwater, so that's not gonna work. Blaze powder, that's cool. And a potion of luck, I wonder what that does. I don't have specific plans to fight the wither, but this could make a cool decoration. And this one. And since we don't have access to sheep, it'd also be nice to get some wool and have another bed. And from there, I will leave the cats to it and we'll keep exploring. Oh, a buried treasure map. Should we do that? I then found some more of these floating ships. This one had zombie villagers and I decided to just leave them alone because otherwise they're gonna die. Then I found this other witch ship next to a shipwreck next to a villager ship. Okay, let's just start with this shipwreck. That's probably the same buried treasure map that we already have. And then we're gonna check out this villager ship. They're dressed like little pirates. That's so cute. A diamond. Oh, bookshelves too. I want to be able to enchant. Oh, what's this? I'm kind of scared to touch it because it looks like a bomb. I slept at the villager ship through to day 37 and then headed home. Upon returning, I tried to place my new skeleton heads, which is apparently a no-go underwater. Then the next day, I decided to go collect a bunch of cobblestone and coal to smelt the cobble, the idea being to use this as path blocks around our mermaid village. I also planted my sugarcane on the nearby shoreline in hopes of getting some paper out of it. And now we're back, I've smelted some of the cobblestone. Let's make some of it into slabs so it'll go a bit further, and we'll use mostly stone brick. And then also a little bit of regular stone to create some paths. And we can kind of use this to map out where some more buildings might go. So something like so, and then a step down. Wait, why does this look so weird? It's like there's a little bit of water because it's a slab. Okay, maybe we use full blocks for this bit, because that will bug me, and then we'll use slabs when it's flat. So I spent through to day 40 working on that. On day 41 I had these paths laid out and I started destroying some coral that's going to be in the way. And here is the plan. We've got these 4 little mermaid houses either side of the main building. And then I was thinking of this being like a little town, I don't know. I was gonna say fountain, but we're underwater. We could try get a bell maybe if we can find a normal village. But let's start with some resource collecting for these new buildings. We're gonna need some dark prismarine, we only have 20. And we're gonna need more spruce. I'm gonna plant some up on the shore. Then we'll need some more of these blue trees, which we're growing here. And we just stood on our carrot. Great. Replant this. We'll just plant our spruce trees over here, and I think this is where we had our sugarcane growing too. So maybe that'll be done by now. Oh, it's night and it's raining, and this is not our sugarcane. Let's just sleep real quick. And go to the correct location over there. Wait, this is a fossil. We'll be able to grow our trees instantly. Why has it got so much coal in it? Is this how they generate? I know they can generate under certain biomes, and I don't know if this is happening because the ocean is deeper with this mod, because I don't think they would usually be in the ocean, but I'll take it. I'm not complaining. I then went off to try find more dark prismarine and made efforts along the way to get a trident, but to no avail. I ended up decimating this roof in this drowned village. And then this happened. A breaking mending trident. What? I feel like I've just cheated this trident. This isn't the way to get a trident. What the heck? Loyalty 3, channeling. It's got trident enchantments here too. Potion of Dolphin's Grace, that's fun too. What the heck? We just dug right into that. Oh my gosh, there's another one. This one doesn't have any enchantments, but we could combine them. Unbreaking, loyalty. Well, I guess that's that goal achieved, getting a trident. Although I will say both of these are nearly dead, so we're gonna have to work on that a little bit more. That is so crazy and cool. I guess we should explore more of this while we're here. It was very hidden. There wasn't any other way to get in, I don't think. This guy's wearing patterned armor. Oh, I hear a trident. Oh, why are you so fast? Oh my gosh. Ah, there's another one. No. Oh, there's another trident one. Oh, my ship broke. Okay, I get why that place has good loot, because it is a scary city. We could go back. We just need to make a new shield. We can use some of this iron. And we'll need a furnace. And we don't have any wood. Let's sleep and get some wood for the shield. Okay, we are ready. I'm also going to take this potion of luck, because I don't know what it does. But maybe it improves the loot that they drop. AKA more tridents. And I heard a trident again. Who is it? It's this guy. That was nasty. He had thorns. Oh, and you have an axe. Let's see what's in here. Oh, there's a lot of suspicious sand. We need a brush for that. Oh, I hear another trident. Lots of stuff. We don't have much space. And there's a lot of drowned. After getting some more chests and entering some more rooms, the main thing they seemed to have was enchanted books. I grabbed a few of them before leaving on day 46. The next day, I went to look for iron to make an anvil so we can apply the enchanted books we just got. And when I was making the anvil, we had this random visit from an adorable little mermaid. So I'm thinking we put Silk Touch and Unbreaking on our pickaxe. And then probably Loyalty on our trident. Oh, I think I hear a test subject. You. We did it! What if it breaks before he dies? I think we're gonna risk it. Okay, we got the XP. It didn't help much though. I guess the other thing we can do with mending on it is just kind of have it in our offhand. And if we go around and kill other things, it should heal it. And after doing that until day 48, our trident is looking way more healthy. Also, look at how cool we look with it. Oh, hello. I guess now the mermaids think we're cool too. Look at her doing little flips. I think the only other enchantment that would really benefit us on this trident is Impaling. Impaling basically just does extra damage to mobs in the water. But in order to make an enchanting setup, we're probably going to need to put it in one of these rooms that we're going to build, so we need to get started on that right after we have fun with this guy. Let's make a start on this building though. I've mapped out roughly where it'll go with cobble, but we'll replace this with spruce. Then we'll need to ditch the seagrass. And then we'll want to build these up by about 4. And to make the shape a bit more interesting, maybe we'll make either a second door or a bay window here. We'll want to strip these to kind of tie it in with this building, since so far our color palette doesn't have any wood quite this dark. And then again, to tie it in with this, I'm thinking we don't want it to be the same, so no blue walls, but maybe we do this white terracotta for the walls and then dark prismarine for the roof. Let's give it a go. Now for day 49, we'll start working on the roof. We'll do a slightly steep bit here and then the rest of it just A-frame. Then we've got this whole area to fill in, so let's make this a beam of spruce just to help break up the terracotta, and then everything above it will be more terracotta. we have this cute little mermaid house. Oh, I totally forgot to add a front door. Let's do that now. We'll make it out of tropical planks. Ooh, yes, this is cool. I haven't done anything on the interior yet. Oh, actually, it's kind of weird because there's an air gap from the door. I don't know if the mermaids will like this or if it'll be better for us to have no door, but we just need to kind of decorate in here. I was just thinking of making it a normal little cutesy house, and maybe we could have a little loft area up here. But I was hoping to make the floor out of dark oak, which we don't have, or at least a different type of wood other than spruce and other than tropical wood, because we've been kind of using those for everything so far, because they are all we have. But we're going to dig out the sand, and then we're going to go see if we can find any different wood types that we haven't got yet. Even just jungle would be something. But let's just go off and have a look around, trying to stick to the oceans, but having a look on the shorelines. The first thing I found is some birch and oak and these weasels. These are so cute. Hello. And what is this? Oh, okay. Silk and rabbit hide. I don't know what that mod is, and I don't know what that's all about. These woods are not my top choice, but we'll take them just in case. On day 53, I found jungle wood, but I also found this village. I decided to steal their village bell so it could be my village bell. Hello, sir. You're all the way down the river. He actually kind of looks like a cod. Should we trade some cod with him? There's only 2 here. Did he give me anything? Oh, river casket. Oh, he's a special river trader. But I actually saw a tiny hint of dark oak down here. So I think we've done it. Yes, it's right through there. We've found the dark oak. Gonna grab a bit of this and then hop back in the water where we belong. On the way back to my base on day 54, I found this village that I definitely haven't been to before. Oh, they have a little indoor area of crops. Hold on, how do we get in here? It's air. Yet all the crops are still just floating around. Beetroot is new to us though. Hello, my dude. It says he accepts aquamarine. I literally don't know what that is. Oh, potatoes. Is there anything in here? More potato. And I'm sure glowberries can't be used underwater, but we could put some in our little crops area in the room where we actually have air. So let's head back to our base. I did think it was here, but I think we're actually in the wrong coral reef. Next, we arrived home, added the glowberries to our farm, and started on the interior of the new mermaid house. And now it is day 56. We've fully finished our first little mermaid house. It is definitely harder to decorate underwater, but this is what we ended up with. We've got this little bed loft area. And then down here, there's just a kind of a kitchen and storage spot. And I decorated with a lot of coral and seagrass. So hopefully whatever mermaid ends up living in here, they will enjoy it. But next, before we finish our next 3 mermaid houses, I really want to get an enchanting setup in the hopes that we'll be able to get impaling for our trident and therefore have the ultimate trident. Obviously, enchanting setups can't be underwater, they need air, so I decided to do a glass dome. We'll see how that goes, but I was thinking of building it over here. So I've been collecting stone. Actually, let's make a lot of this into bricks, but it is way easier to collect stone now that we have silk touch. So we're just going to path over here slightly and then we'll make our glass dome. Let's map out how big this needs to be. I think the answer is going to be not very big. But if this is an enchanting table and this is the bookshelves, we need this much space. So we can kind of start going around like this. That's not going to be even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then maybe the whole enchanting setup gets shifted back by 1 block. To make this a little bit more interesting, we might actually have the base made of prismarine and then we'll kind of go up with glass from there. On day 58, we had a dome, and I decided to do the same thing that Underwater Village did and use gates to trap the water outside. Getting rid of the water inside should be easy in this small space, so we're just going to use sponges. And I think that did it. It's kind of cool seeing through to the outside with different lighting. Look at that. Everything looks a lot more dark and ambient out there. And then we have night vision to make it bright. But anyway, let's smelt our wet sponges again. Next, I'm gonna try decorate. Hello? There's a skeleton in my dome. I guess it's completely dark over here. I just made a tiny mob farm. This is just so not what we wanted. Ow. Why is that so funny though? I'm just glad it wasn't a creeper. But I want to try decorate this a little bit more. And on day 59, this was our progress, but we had to go get more supplies for dark prismarine because I wanted to use it for the floor. And we also had to go find some obsidian for the enchanting table. First, I found a ruined portal for that. Then I found this lapis, which will be good for enchanting. Then the next day, I got some squid ink for black dye, which makes dark prismarine. I also got 6 diamonds down with this lapis, but also our only pickaxe right now is Silk Touch. Oh, we do have an iron one in here. So we're gonna have to make a stack of this and then break it. Same with the diamonds. Oh, also, now that we have Silk Touch, I want to decorate with these. We got these tiny little crystals. I only have 2 of them, so we'll have to go find more later, but they are aquamarine, which I remember one of the mer people trade for as well. But it's very cool that we can use these now that we have Silk Touch. They're a lot like amethyst, except a nice blue colour. Let's turn these ink sacs into black dye and make a bit of dark prismarine. Wait, 2? We only got 2 from all those little shards? Oh my gosh, okay, well, that was really pointless. We'll make it into slabs and just kind of see how far that goes. Because we did already have a little bit. So I'm going to sleep in a second and then work on the floor in here. I supplemented the dark prismarine with copper and lanterns, but it still wasn't quite enough. So I went and got more before finishing off the floor. And this is what we've got by day 62. It is a partial enchanting setup. It's just a little build, but I think it's really cute for an enchanting setup. Definitely different from anything I've done before. Of course, we don't have all the bookshelves we need. I could only get 9 so far, but that should be plenty because we're not actually at level 30 anyway. I don't know if we'll be able to get impaling though. Let's see. This is our spear trident. Unbreaking, loyalty, unbreaking. Well, we don't need any of those enchantments. We already have them on this trident. We really do just need impaling, but let's see what else we can get on an axe. Just unbreaking and unbreaking on a shovel. Maybe if we made a book and we want to make a grindstone so that we can potentially unenchant books that we don't need as well as trident enchantments that we don't need. Dang, maybe we just need to do this. Unbreaking 1 and then unenchant. Also, that is such a funny way to get the enchanter advancement through enchanting a trident. That is definitely a first for me. Impaling 1? Riptide, impaling. I think it just really wants to give us impaling 1. It's still cool, it's still something, and it's also night, so we're gonna combine these tridents and then go to sleep. On day 63, I realized that I was being a little bit silly and that we can actually use villages to get enchantments too. So rather than settling for impaling 1, we can try get impaling 2 or 3 to add to our trident if we use one of the villages on the little pirate ships. The first villager ship I came across was actually not a pirate ship like that other one we found. It was this kind of more official navy ship or something. Your little outfits are all so cute. Are you the captain? Marine Captain Novice. He sells a captain's helmet. That is so cute. Maybe we should find some gold and get that. Oh wait, there's some gold in here. It's not quite enough though. Oh, and some bookshelves. They'll be good for our enchanting setup. I slept in one of their beds and then I did actually look for more gold in the area. Here we go. And here we go. A water deal and a marine helmet. How does it look? That is cute. It provides 2 armor and 1 armor toughness. Pretty decent, but not quite as good as our diamond helmet. Okay, we got this one guy in here. And we're gonna have to destroy his job block, which I'm guessing is one of these. And after waiting a little bit, he's still a sailor. For the next couple of days, I was trying to get villagers to lose their jobs, but they just wouldn't. So then I pivoted to breeding a new villager so that he can hopefully be our librarian. And while waiting for him to grow up, I collected resources in the area. There were also a lot of mermaids singing around me and they weren't attacking me today. And on day 67, somehow we've just got 2 captains now, even though there's only 1 captain job block. Okay, are there any other villagers? Hey, this guy finally lost his job. You look like my new librarian. Infinity. Okay, well now we're just at the boring part, so I'm just gonna stand here and re-roll until we get impaling. Preferably impaling 3. Oh, impaling 3, that only took like, I don't know, a couple of minutes? It is 19 emeralds though, we're lucky we even have that. You are expensive, but we got the book we need, we can leave him alone now. Let's get out of here and head back home to put this on our trident. I also found a looting 3 book when I was gathering resources down below, so we'll have to put that on our sword as well. Even though we're probably not using our sword much anymore, we'll mostly be using a trident. I returned home the next day and added the books. This should be such a good trident now. I really want a test subject. When I'm not looking for drowned, I find all the drowned, and the one time I want to drown, there's no drowned. Okay, it still takes 3 hits. I think it took 3 hits before, that's annoying, but it is a better weapon than our sword. And with that little cycle achieved, all that's really left to do is build our mermaid village. We're going to need a bit more spruce, so I'm actually going to spend the rest of the day growing that, and then we'll be ready to do some more building. Okay, and we're ready to do some building. For the sake of symmetry, I kind of want to start on this structure over here. So we can remove the dead coral and replace it with spruce logs. So now we have this, and we're going to strip them all. Then for the roof trim of this, I was thinking of doing dark prismarine, because we've got spruce trim here and here, so maybe we do dark prismarine and then light prismarine for the actual roof. But we'll go along here, and we might like to mix in a little bit of this oxidized copper, both for the texture and to make the dark prismarine go a little further. So that leaves us with this for the building shape, and we'll fill in the roof with regular prismarine like so. And for the walls, I was thinking of a mixture of white terracotta and regular terracotta. If we had some kind of divider here, then we could do the top like so. I think that'll be good, so let's keep working on this. And that is the exterior of this little mermaid house done. We've got lots of little bright coral and sea pickle details as usual, and this little guy just hanging out. But let's work on the inside. We're going to dig out all this sand and replace it with a spruce floor. Then maybe this is some kind of little meeting house, so I'm going to make a big table in the middle of the room. Then after sleeping into day 74, we're going to add some chairs and lights and other decor. For a finishing touch, I'm going to scoop up this little guy, and he can live in this room. So here's our completed mermaid meeting room. This village is starting to look a little more villagey. Let's work on this spot next, and we're going to make it a tiny bit larger than we've got planned out, but also not super big, because from this view I don't want it to block this building. But I want to start by having some steps leading up to it, and then a platform of stone and mossy stone bricks. And before we continue, I've realized that we've actually used up quite a few resources on this, so we're going to go get more terracotta and more regular prismarine. And now we're back with plenty more resources. Let's start this building with, you guessed it, spruce pillars. Again, what can I say? At this point, they're just a staple of our buildings here. From here, I think we'll do terracotta walls again. But maybe for the front of the build, we should have it going in by one. That'll allow us to have a little bit more depth with the spruce. And then this time, I kind of want to use this orangey coloured terracotta for the main part of the roof, which means we need a lot more of a blocky roof than usual. Basically, no stairs. Since it doesn't have a stair variant, so I'm going to try and make the trim out of pure prismarine blocks. We can go along here like so, and then just do it as a simple A-frame and break this. And the reason why I'm so set on using this terracotta, even though it only has full blocks, is not only is the color nice and unique, not something we've used too much in our builds yet, but also if we do these full blocks, it means that we can put seagrass and coral on top, which we haven't been able to do with the stairs. Okay, and then we add the back of the trim, and we have this giant hole here to fix, which we can do easily. I think this is good for the bones of the house, so we just need to kind of round out these corners with its stairs and trapdoors. So we're gonna make some of those. Another option is a beam right through the middle. That's something I'd never usually do, split it right through the middle, but it's kind of interesting. I think we're going to keep it. Then we just need to add a ton of other little details. On day 82, I was ready to turn the inside into a bedroom, but we need more wool for beds, so I went off to find one of the ship's structures so that we could steal the wool from their sails. I returned by day 83 and made the bedroom on day 84. So now for day 85, we've finished this little cute villager house with a little bed area inside. And then we have just one more house plotted out over here, so let's work on that. Again, it's going to be a little bit bigger than what we've got plotted. We'll have a 5 wide entrance and then maybe a section coming off the side here. I think for this one, we'll go back to using some of this blue tropical wood for the walls, because I realised we haven't been using that for any of these houses and we've got a bunch of it left. So this and stripped. For day 86, we're going to start on the roof made of dark oak and spruce. And after finishing the roof, I spent the next couple of days working on all the details and decorations. Okay, and this is what we have so far. This is the last little house. But if we look at everything kind of zoomed out, I do have a bit of a problem with it. I thought I'd try to incorporate dark oak, but I don't know if it's working. It kind of stands out really hard against all of the other blocks. And I think there's two solutions. One would be to incorporate dark oak somewhere else to kind of balance it out. So I was thinking maybe this building could have dark oak trim. But then I also could just replace the dark oak with prismarine. So I think we're going to try that first and see how that looks with dark prismarine and copper. And this is the whole finished look of all the buildings on day 90. So I think this one fits in a lot better now that it doesn't have the dark oak. So we are going to leave it at that, but there's still a couple of things missing from our mermaid village. Oh, did I hear? Oh, hello. It's honestly a miracle that I haven't gotten poisoned by pufferfish yet, but that was a very close one. I heard that right next to me. And as I was saying, the things that are missing from our mermaid village are one, decorations between the buildings. I think it's going to look way cooler once we do that. And then of course, it's missing mermaids. So I want to spend the next little while going around collecting stuff for that. We're going to want some more of this coral and sea pickles, but we're also going to want some of those aquamarine crystals, which are a little bit more hard to find. Oh, here's one over here. And then we're going to want a bunch of fish to entice some mermaids with. For that, we just need regular fish like cod, so we're going to have to leave the coral reef. Oh, but it is becoming night and I left my bed in my house, so let's sleep first. On day 91, I found some cod and some more aquamarine and gathered coral. And by day 92, we have all of our fish and our decorative items, but I totally forgot to finish decorating in here. So we're going to add a couple of things to this really quick. We can do a little table. And we'll put some sea pickles and some coral and similar over here. And then maybe we'll give them a crafting table and a little workstation over here. We'll add a couple of little barrels, then a couple of these aquamarine crystals, and that'll just about do it. And that brings us to the moment I've been waiting for. Let's move in some mermaids. There's actually been so many spawning and they all end up kind of rising to the top slowly of the ocean. So it looks kind of crazy. There's a lot of them. So I would say that they're probably not going to stay roaming around our village because they'll all want to rise to the top, but we can put some in the houses. Oh, look at all the ones following us already. Do we have at least one of each type? We've got the clownfish. We've got the one that's like a clownfish but black. We've got the rainbowy sunset looking one and the dory fish. I believe that is every single type. We can also tame them, I think. Oh, we might need to cook the fish for that. Okay, let's just start by bringing them all down here. They're so cute. Can you hear all their little singing? I love it. And we have 15 cooked salmon. Let's try tame you. We did it! Can we do the rest of them? At the very least, I imagine that'll help them not despawn. We'll bring a couple of them in here into the meeting room. Come on, mermaids. Come in. There we go. And then the two blue ones we'll bring over to this little room. We've got a couple of little pets in this room for them as well, these two guys. So hopefully that makes them happy in here. Add the door though. Out we go. Then lastly, we'll add a couple in each of the final two rooms. So we've got these two in here. And finally, these two in here. They are so adorable. I think this reddish one's my favorite. We can always try and get more around our village by just luring them over. I don't know if they'll stay, but we'll give it a go. Okay, everybody, come on down. I know it goes against your instincts to be at the top, but I promise you it is worth it. Okay, and now we're gonna sleep and decorate. We'll start by placing some of these coral blocks around and decorating them with pieces of coral. For day 94, I want to make a small central area. I was thinking we could use this town bell that we got, but I think we can also make a conduit because we have a heart of the sea, and isn't it just a few nautilus shells? And I know that we don't need a conduit because we can breathe underwater, but it could be a nice decorative piece. What does it look like just placed? Oh, it gives off light. Okay, that could be cool, but then is the conduit the focus or is the bell the focus? I don't know. Let's just start by making a cute little centerpiece. It can't be too big. But then how do we do this? So we've got the bell, which I definitely want there, and then the conduit looks way too random on top of it. Maybe the bell goes here, and then the conduit just goes somewhere else entirely. That's looking kind of cute. We just need maybe a little decorative area in the footpath as well. Then maybe incorporate some sea lanterns as well. Oh, hello. Ow, so rude. Oh, don't get the mermaid. He dropped a trident. We got another trident. Anyway, before we were rudely interrupted. We have a lot of space in this room, so maybe the conduit just goes in the middle here. We've got a conduit on a little table. But back to adding some more final details. I want to finish off our enchanting setup as much as we can, because we have a few more books we can use for it. Looking good, looking good. Then we can use bone meal to get a bunch of seagrass to grow. And then for the next day, oh, this is starting to look so much more busy and better. But the final touch I want to make on it is some lampposts. We'll use these stone walls and fences combined with prismarine. Oh my gosh, that is just what this needed. This is looking so cute. And so for day 96, I think we've gone and done it. We've made our mermaid village. I will give you a proper look around at the end, but I want to spend the last couple of days doing something that I kind of wanted to do and never really got time for. So if we get a copper ingot, a feather, and is it just a stick? We can make a brush, which I've been dying to use this whole time just for fun, because there is a lot of suspicious sand and gravel underwater that we can brush, and who knows what we might get from it. So I'm just going to spend the last days pottering around doing that. And it looks like we've got one right here, so we're going to start with this one. And if we get anything cool, it can go in our village. Oh my gosh, is our first one a sniffer egg? You have got to be kidding. Smells interesting. Should we hatch it up by our crops? I guess we could. And it looks like we're getting a book. What is this good luck for the end of our video? It's loyalty 3. We already have that, but it's still a really cool book to have. And then we've got a sherd. All of this stuff is so good. Oh, I should have done this sooner. This is the angler pottery sherd. Not sure if the big pots can go underwater. Probably not. We also got a snort pottery sherd. That one's a sniffer. I am going to quickly drop off our sniffer egg here though. and then we can go back to brushing. And after a couple of days of that, we have done it. We've reached day 100. Let's check on our sniffer. I think we do have a hatch sniffer because I was hearing those noises. We've got 2 hatch sniffers. I got a second egg and they've both turned into baby sniffers. How cool is this? Okay, but coming back down, a final look at our mermaid village. We've got our little conduit and our little storage area. And there's tons of mermaids around. They actually did seem to stay, which is so cool. But here is a little overview. This is our mermaid village that we made. It's looking so cute and full of life, and this is such a functional base as well. We've got our enchanting setup, which is almost a full setup. I think we're just 1 or 2 bookshelves away, and then we've got all of our little mermaid houses, all right here in the coral reef. But it is probably a good time to end because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have been getting a little bit of lag, and it's probably because of all of these entities. But I've absolutely loved doing this for something different, and I hope you guys have enjoyed coming along for the ride of 100 days in a mermaid village. Definitely leave a like if you enjoyed watching this, and check out my other 100 days videos on my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!